I came in my most fabulous jacket so we can talk about anti-aging and feeling great at any age.
Yes. And I have skin that feels like a baby's bottom.
Look at you.
What a brand, what a brand, what a brand, what a mighty good brand. Say it again now. What a brand, what a brand, what a brand, what a mighty good brand.
This is the thing that sucks about men. The treatments that we got, I literally looked like I was in a domestic for a week. Philip looks gorgeous the third day. His skin absorbed everything so much faster. Zero bruising for you. Although you did look like you were in the octagon on the flight home.
Yes. From the collagen under the eyes.
Yeah.
Which first time I ever had that happen, which is interesting.
You haven't done that treatment before?
Oh, God, no.
Well, that was the treatment that our videographer did last year. And I just looked at her and being like, what have I done to you? I'm so sorry. So let's get into it. We did a bunch of treatments in Korea. We obviously talk a lot about the beauty of branding. And for anyone that's interested in K-beauty, how to approach it, what to ask for, what we did, we wanted to do a side segment so that you guys can navigate Korean beauty treatments.
I think it should be a growing vacation market. If there's a reason to go to Asia, most people want to go there. I think you can kind of create the need that makes it more pressing to go there, because in Korea right now you can get skin treatments that are not available in North America. They're disproportionately better, disproportionately cheaper, and it can make you a hero to go over to Asia, pop into Korea on your way back, in a whole afternoon, get the whole thing done to you, and come back a new person.
It's interesting because Korea used to be the center point of advancement. I do think that might be changing for a lot of the feedback that we got from the stories we posted. Bergeron has entered into the United States. All of Young is coming to America. So I do think in the next few years there are going to be a shift. But for our beauty founders and beauty marketers that listen every week, the time is still ripe to go into a market to experience, see, and live the difference, because the changes or the trends of what we see in Korea have to change in North America. And to me, the biggest thing is, yes, the technology is advanced. Yes, the treatments are way more affordable, but overall the experience makes way more sense. And I'm more frustrated with the North American clinical experience. It feels more transactional, unnecessarily expensive, a waste of time, maybe you could say, because you're going for one treatment versus when we go to Korea in one sitting in a 2-hour period, we're getting 8 to 12 services.
What I found in North America is they're stuck in the past, which is make it a spa experience, which isn't that welcoming to men. And it's become a little bit more welcoming, but they're focusing on making it a spa, and they're just charging you more for incense or for soft yoga music. And that's not what the Koreans are doing. The Koreans are focused on functional beauty.
Yeah.
They're focused on what works, get you in, get you out at a price point that works. If you love classical music, you should go to Austria. If you love Italian food, you go to India. If you love skincare and you're in the beauty industry, you should go to Korea, because they are absolutely obsessed with it. They're putting all of their engineering and technology on it. They don't have the same restrictions, and it's a way to become a master in your field. You should get over there if you're in this industry.
Well, it's interesting because the Korea is obsessed with beauty in many ways that could be analyzed as unhealthy. But there's also another angle to it where, to what Philip is saying, purely functional. Everybody just takes care of themselves. So there's less of this elitism to the clinic you're going to, and it's this special injector that is decked out in Birkins and drives the highest end car. It's more that everybody is doing these things in Korea, and it's less focused on the doctor and more on the efficacy of the service, which, to your point, the current clinical environment in North America, it kind of chases men away, or it doesn't welcome them, because it's a lot of pressure for the wife or girlfriend, kind of forcing the men into the clinic, bringing them in. I'm the one that tells you to go and get an IPL, or I'm the one that tells you to go and book this, or I'll bring you to the clinic. There isn't a ton of self-discovery for businessmen. Whereas in Korea, it feels less, I want to use the word embarrassing, where the guy is showing up and being having to give an excuse of why someone came, because the process begins with a skin analysis. Mm-hmm. So you put your...
It's longevity. It's not beauty.
Exactly. It's just looking better longer. It's less focused on like narcissism. I don't know if that's the right word, but like it's less about like a focus.
And Korea has feminized men.
Totally.
Like the genders look similar, but they're all pursuing this one kind of unattainable beauty standard, but that benefit from that because they're obsessed with keeping the skin looking young and focusing on it, and they're just getting more reps in terms of treating people than what we're seeing over here.
Totally. But I think that I want to talk about the treatments we got, and I'm going to list the two of them. Now, what's interesting is you can get the majority of these treatments done in North America, the ones that we got, because we're getting the treatments that we've gotten before. We know they're proven, we're trustworthy. We also go frequent enough that we're kind of doing them as our yearly touch-up. So what's cool is a lot of these treatments in Korea, you only have to do once per year. So it's like it will literally last you until November of next year. So because we've seen the results of the things that we trust when we're there for a stopover, this time we were in Japan, we want to just make sure that we're getting our top up of the treatments we know that work. The core difference and why it is still worth going is that the North American experience is you're paying almost the cost of the airfare for that solo treatment, and you have to go over 6 to 8 treatments to get everything that you can get in one day. Like I wouldn't go and get these treatments in North America if they're available, because it's going to cost you $11,000 plus, and you're going to have to go over like 8 appointments. Like, I'm busy, I can't do that. So we kind of, for us, it's work, but we always add on a stop, because not only does it work, but it just like makes more sense from like a time stacking.
Look, this is why some dudes will find this appealing, because honestly, you better come prepared for a little bit of pain. And it is efficient. It is like, get in there, wash your hands, get into a room, and it is like bang, 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 bang. Like you are literally sweating, trying not to look like this is excruciatingly painful. And it all gets done so fast. Like it is like going through a Tough Mudder or an obstacle course, but it is efficient, it's effective, and it is a test of your will, because that Regeron or whatever you call it,
Regeron healer,
hurts,
yeah.
It hurts like a mother effer.
I know. It's actually, well, so that one, let's start there, because that's kind of the, like, if you're going to take one product away or one treatment away, it's the Regeron product stack. And Regeron Healer is the #1 treatment in Korea. It is an injectable service, and they inject PDRN, which is salmon sperm, into your skin. And they do it over 300 or 500 passes.
So salmon sperm on my face.
Pretty much.
That's what I got. All right.
Pretty much. We don't remind him when we book these appointments. And the reason why it's so painful, this is about to get really graphic, TMI, but the way that the needle opens up the skin pocket, it creates kind of a bit of a ripping sensation. So it doesn't matter how much numbing cream, it's a very annoying type of pain. And then you basically are left with like 300 to 500 basically like 3D
How come we didn't have those little bumps
eggs.
like the last time?
Well, she's a better injector.
Yeah.
So that's like a good thing that's worth knowing, is that like I did have them like more than you did.
Yeah.
Men also have thicker skin. So because of the thickness of skin, it's why you healed better. Like your skin absorbed it faster, because women tend to have thinner skin. That's why we age different than men. But it hurts. But basically the reason why it works and why you're seeing so much about salmon, PDRN, and salmon sperm and blah, 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 is because salmon are 99.9% the same DNA as humans. And salmons release this enzyme and have this specific enzyme within the salmon structure that creates like basically perfect skin that has like no wrinkles, like nothing to it. There's obviously way more scientific answer, but by putting that enzyme into the skin, it's tricking your skin to stay younger longer, and it has like that smoothness effect. So when we went to the clinic we went to last year, the doctors, we were like blown away by how scary young they look, because they're constantly doing Regeron like twice a year. So if you keep doing it, you don't age. And it's not a filler. It's just a needle has to put it into your skin.
Yeah, and that's why I like it, because it's not surgical, it's not fillers, but it is the best tech. But to my dude friends out there, like, I'll say this to you honestly, like it's a hero trip. Like if you book that and you take your special somebody there, it's a hero trip, one, because you're providing something that matters to your spouse, but two, you're also providing something that matters to your significant other and that you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And there's something manly about that in today's world. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to go to become a bag of shit because you're a tough guy. Like
Yeah.
when we were younger, we were told go outside, do whatever, and we took a lot of damage to our skin. But it's time to take care of ourselves so we can operate in this new world for longer.
Well, I think I want to talk to you a little bit more on the treatments, but you bring up a really good point that you are getting a lot of compliments within other men, and you're garnering a lot of respect for men because you're actually providing them access to information. Like, I think a lot more men would be open to knowing that this experience is not hyperfeminized, it's not embarrassing, it's so efficient, and that you're not. And there's also such a misconception for medical spa treatments and like looking like Joan Rivers or like looking like crazy super injected. And these are not injectables. Like even the clinic we went to, like I wouldn't go and get like my lips done, or I wouldn't go and get like my cheeks filled. This is like longevity level services.
Yeah. And you just got to get away from your hammerhead friends that think it's okay to just beat the crap out of your body and then when you're 65 be ready to go into the dumpster. Like what I want to do is inspire people who want to take care of themselves to take that step and feel like it's cool to do it because you'll be rewarded.
Well, our first trip to Korea, you were such you were such a rock star. And because not only did you were like all in on the treatments, you were so excited, you were like dialed in, but you also really enjoyed the Korean color experience, which like learning your colors, learning how to dress, like simplifying that for a guy. Like that is, especially if you're a man that has to dress up for work, knowing what colors just makes it easier when you're out shopping. Like it just makes the whole, and they even tell you what brands to buy from. So yes, you can add on a trip if you're going to Hong Kong or Japan or wherever, but also going to Korea for 4 or 5 days. You want to get the treatments, you want to stack the treatments into appointments where the first one can be like lasers and the second one are, we call it like the scary treatments, because the Regeneron and the collagen under the eyes, that's going to leave marks for like 3 to 4 days. So you don't want to do that at the beginning of the trip to ruin like any photos that you get. And it's super common. It's like literally a flight home from Turkey. Like everybody on the flight home is like, has some treatments they're coming back with. So you're not going to be alone. In fact, I thought it was crazy. I was walking around Gentle Monster looking like the legit Gentle Monster. Like I was the mascot coming into the store and like no one was like double taking at my face. And like, that's when you know this is normal.
What's that horror movie with the guy who had all the pins in his face? I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know. I'm not good with horror films. I like happy films. Okay, so let's talk about the treatments that we got. So did you get the density treatment? The newer version of the Thermage?
Yeah, I think so.
That one I love because Thermage is basically it utilizes energy treatment. It's an energy treatment and it focuses on like creating and improving collagen stimulation. So it gets quite hot and it like puts the energy right into your face. And we did 300 passes. Thermage though, to me, hurt more than Regeneron because there was anticipation. Like Regeneron is like instant, they're putting it into your face. The Thermage, they like hold it, they press it, and then you know that the pain is going into your face.
You feel a little bit like you're receiving Chernobyl treatments, like the way that the energy comes in. You're like, wow, you can feel energy building up.
You're hilarious. It really, 1 second.
No, but Thermage hurt more for you, but the needles, they were fucking painful.
The Regeneron, it's not the Regeneron. Like I understand the contract I signed. You know, like I know I'm going in for injectables, and like that just doesn't feel great. But I'd much prefer that over having lasers hung over my face.
Look,
that
the pain tells me it works.
True that.
That's what I say.
True that.
And if you're not willing to sacrifice to look good, then you're not going to look good. It's like the gym, gentlemen.
It's true.
You got to feel
Everything's
the pain.
a sacrifice. Pain is beauty, guys. Pain is beauty. So I'm going to walk through our treatments. On my side, we both started with the toning laser. So the toning laser is what's like, you can get that in North America. It's basically allows you to even out your tone, remove sun damage, allows you to have like a really even looking face. She actually recommends that you do it like twice a month if you can, so that you can maintain like the appearance of no sun damage or fine lines and wrinkles. And the toning laser feels like kind of like elastics, like hitting your face, like little like pinches, but it didn't hurt. Just annoying. So that's the toning laser. And then Phillip did the Clarity Pro. So you went on to the Clarity Pro. How did that feel for you? That was like one of the machines after they did the one that you had to put the thing over the eyes.
No, everything felt fine. to me.
But the Regeron.
But the Regeron, like I think she said, I had a high pain tolerance for some things that were supposed to hurt that they didn't.
Like the
really
alt therapy, the one under your chin. How was
yeah,
that?
that didn't hurt. No.
No.
That just felt like it was good. And actually, the laser.
It was warm, right?
It really got rid of the rosacea that I had. Like their stuff is great. Like
their stuff's
it's better
great.
than what I've got here.
It's so the alt therapy Philip did after the Clarity Pro, which is it focuses on redness reduction and like it just Philip has a lot of red in his skin, so he basically did 2 lasers that remove the redness. And then he went on and did the alt therapy, which is like a tightening and it improves firmness. Sorry. It's really good for under the chin for just like tightening. Oh, look how snatched you are. Wow, wow, wow. So snatched. And then from there, you did the collagen under your eyes. Mm-hmm. So you had got 4 cc under your eyes and he legit looked like he was, in the octagon. Here's a photo of that. And the collagen booster is just a better alternative than putting filler under your eyes. Putting filler under your eyes is super dangerous because of your eye cavity is so small and you're like pushing around basically a product that is supposed to break down, but there's like a lot of science that like it doesn't really fully break down. So
but collagen does.
It's naturally produced by the body. So it adds volume, it improves elasticity, and it increases collagen stimulation. So it just makes your eyes look younger. And then Philip went into the Regeron Healer. He did 2 cc's of that, about 300 pokes. That's for the face. And then under the eye, we use the Regeron Eye product, which is 1 cc. And that is just basically a more sensitive product that works for the thinner skin that exists under the eyes. Then we moved to Skin Botox, which is not that different from regular Botox. It's just a bit stronger. It focuses on skin texture improvement and fine line softening. And then you finish with crow's feet Botox, which let me see. Looks good. Super natural. You still have movement. I think that's a big thing too. It's like you want movement in your face.
No, that's
like,
what I was terrified from the beginning is I don't want to look
frozen. No,
frozen, right?
No. You want movement. You don't want to be like Kim Kardashian and all's fair. Okay, next is you did cryotherapy, LED light therapy, and a modeling mask to cool your face down. And then on my side, my services were slightly different. Big difference was I did the density high. So that was what was like the thermage before. 300 passes. This focuses on skin tightening, improving your texture, collagen stimulation, and fine line reduction. This is a fantastic treatment. Thermage and Regeron are the 2 most popular treatments in Korea. You can get Thermage done in North America, but it's super painful. So this density machine is like the exact same concept, but truly doesn't hurt, which is awesome. Next, I did the collagen booster. So I did 2 cc. Philip did 4 cc. My eyes were super puffy, but they're looking way more refreshed, which is awesome for the amount of time that I spend working in a day. So loving that I'm looking refreshed. Then I moved on to the Regeron Healer. I did 2 cc's and then I did the Regeron Eye as well. Exactly. Like this is literally gangbuster. Like middle of winter, you can find me going down a mountain in Banff Springs and my face is still glowing. So this is like the treatment of all treatments. And in the US, you can actually get this with microneedling, which is interesting. Next, I did Skin Botox. She did not tell me how many cc's she did, but I didn't need much because I had gotten Botox in September and it's late November talking about this. So it was just super light. I've got movement in my face, which is nice.
Super nice, yeah.
So sad. So happy or angry.
Very
Next, we did LDM. So I did the regeneration mode. This was kind of like a machine that they pass over my face. It soothes. It regenerates the skin. It hydrates. It and of the sea, the sky. You were doing that move.
Yeah, that was very good.
Next, I did the LED light therapy, and then I did the modeling mask because my face was on fire from all of the treatments. And what did you think about the clinic?
What I loved about the clinic from a design perspective is
she was inspired by just Japanese design. Did you know that?
it was minimalistic, but it was just well done. But it wasn't that kind of fake granola feel. Like it was like elegant, classy, clinical. Everything was like bang, bang, bang.
I really liked her. Super smart woman, like careerist in education, like has so much education. She went to Harvard for a hot second, just, why not? And super attention to detail, was
Staff were
lovely.
great.
Staff were great. It was so clean. You could eat off the floor. Like, I really felt like it was super safe. And it was different than the clinic we went to last year in Gangnam, where like they wash your face. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't as much of that like self-serve factory line. It was a bit higher end, but still super focused on function.
Yeah, like, what am I going to tell you? Like, the clinic was good. It's the treatments. You go for the treatments, right? You go for the experience. You go for the treatments. I highly recommend it. I think if you're thinking of it, you might as well do it. I don't think you're going to regret it, and you're going to tell stories about having salmon sperm on your face for years to come.
That's so true. Just to wrap this up, I did get a few questions on Instagram, and just to rehash them, the core thing I got asked the most is like, what does it cost and how do you know what to get? And the core process with the Korean experience is that they're not trying to sell you something that you don't need. So every appointment begins with a consultation. You go in with what your goals are. Like mine was anti-aging and like looking better longer. So based on scanning my skin and going through that process, she outlined what treatments that she recommended. So you're going to be working with a doctor to figure out what you need. For price point, what's awesome is that the treatments already are exceptionally cheaper. So for all the treatments that we got, it was, I have it right here. For all of my treatments, it was $1,500, a little bit less than that Canadian.
Like, literally, one Morpheus is $2,000 just to do Morpheus once. Like,
Literally.
That's unbelievable.
It's insane. So my treatments were $1,500, and then Philip's were like only slightly more because his alt therapy was $2,400. So we're looking at Philip's being like
But
$2,000.
literally, those treatments here would have been between $7,000 and $12,000 each,
minimum.
right?
Yeah,
like,
like
so you get your ticket paid for, you get a better experience, you get to get a whole bunch of other beauty products. It's amazing.
Even if you're looking for an excuse to go to Japan, you know, like, so basically I always get asked, like, what does it cost? And then the best part is, guys, not for nothing, you get a tax refund when you're at the airport. So
You get 10%
you get 10% back on what you've spent. But like,
And just buying the beauty products at like Olive Young, like the quality of the face mask and the cream you can get, they're also
so good.
25 cents on the
Because
dollar.
like culturally, they're such rule followers, and like the culture respects people contributing to society in a meaningful way. So like there's so much familial guilt, and like you wouldn't just like create a product that's not super effective and rooted in science. Like you could literally, when we've been in Korea, a golf bag has been left on the side of the road, and like 3 days later, the golf bag is still there. And like
with expensive golf clubs.
With expensive golf clubs in the middle of Korea that has like, I don't know, 20 million people in Seoul. Like, it's crazy how much they're rule followers. So you have to study and see the culture to realize how much you can trust them. Plan to go to spend a few $1,000s between treatments, going to a few different appointments, enjoying yourself. Like, we even went to a gorgeous hotel, Joseon Palace.
Mm-hmm.
It's been there for over 100 years. It was like $800 for the night, and it was a 5-star, gorgeous, like nicer than the Four Seasons.
Yeah, great trip. Be a hero. Get out there. Do a man's trip. You want to do something fun rather than a golf
That's new.
That's
a
trip to
brand.
Florida or Arizona. Do a man's trip to.
Well, golf trips in Korea is like
There's great golf there.
huge,
Yeah.
right? Like, or even do it in Japan and then skip over. That would honestly,
That's actually a thing.
That's a
We
vibe.
I should create a vibe.
well, we're gonna do our beauty founders to Korea and men's golf trip to Korea at the same time. So it'd be
I'll do that, yeah.
wild.
Apply now.
But guys, if anyone has any questions, we're doing this truly to educate you. We've mastered the Korean beauty experience. Anything that you have that you want to ask, send me a note on Instagram. I'd be happy to answer it.
Yeah, dudes, and if you need help getting over the masculine hump for this, give me a call. I'll talk you through it.
Have a great day, guys. Bye.